Guys, if nobody has told you this, take it from me. Nursing is so versatile. Nursing is multidisciplinary. There is no profession that you cannot converge with nursing. And I'm going to prove it to you with these 36 niches. And that's not all. I have 4 extra advanced niches that you can choose from. So if you're considering nursing as a career, you have a plethora of options. All right, so stay with me. Welcome back. So we are still on the 36 nursing niches, right? In part 1 we talked about 12 niches you can choose from as a nurse or an aspiring nurse. Today we're going to dive into part 2. I'm going to give you another set of 12 niches that you can choose from. Okay, number 13, hospice nurse. These nurses, they care for patients who are at the end of their lives, people who have terminal diseases. Nothing can be done about it. They are dying. Hospice nurses provide what we call palliative care or comfort care to these patients. They give them emotional support, help them to have a peaceful and comfortable transition. See, I believe people who are hospice nurses, they have a special, what I call it, gifting, and I have maximum respect for them. I respect nurses and healthcare workers, but you see, hospice nurses. Number 14, we have the clinical instructor nurse. So these are like nurses who orient nursing students to the clinical environment. So for people like us who are nursing students, during our clinical rotations, we go to the hospitals or clinical sites with the clinical instructors, and they, guide us through the whole clinical rotation. You get paid good money too. I know someone who is a nurse full-time and does this clinical instruction on the side. They get paid $100 per hour. Nursing is a beautiful profession, and you can knock yourself out. You can do several things, and it's flexible. Now let's go to number 15, forensic nurse. So they provide specialized care for victimized patients or people who are victims of violence or violent crimes, both acute and long-term issues that are related to victimization and violence, and they assist in legal investigations. Right, this is kind of coming up my alley. Number 16, we have the occupational health nurse. They actually take care of employees in work setting or in workplaces. Workplaces have occupational health clinics. For example, as a nurse or as a PCA, if I hurt myself during my job, I go to occupational health and they check me out. If I need to be placed on light duty, they give me the documentation, so you can be a nurse of the nurses. Okay. Number 17, we have the home health nurse. So they basically, as the name implies, they go to the homes of their patients. If you're not cut out to having like several patients in the hospital, like there's some ratios that are 3-to-1 or 4-to-1, 4 patients to 1 nurse, you can just have 1 patient that you go, or a couple of patients you see on different days of the week. You go to their home and provide wound care, administer medications or injections. Yeah, it's flexible. It's something you can do at your leisure. 18, we have the psych or mental health nurse. So these are basically nurses who care for emotionally disturbed and mentally ill patients in behavioral health facilities. Simple and short. Okay, like mental asylums and all that. Number 19, we have the opiate nurse. So opiate nurses, they take care of people who are addicted to substances or drugs and who are undergoing opiate treatment, and they work in opiate treatment centers. All right, that's all. Number 20, you can be a CNA, a certified nurse assistant, tutor, or instructor. So these are nurses who teach and train nurse assistants and help them to develop the skills to pass the certification exam. When I went to CNA school, my teacher at the time, she only had associate's degree in nursing, and the requirement was that you needed to have worked as a nurse for 2 years. That's all. 21, we have the nurse aide proctor. To become a certified nurse and assistant, you have to write what they call the state certification exam. Each state have their own certification exams. When in the US, it is administered by Prometrics. It has two parts. We have the written and the skills one. So the skills one, you would have the nurse aide proctor. The person will watch you, observe you, and make sure that you are doing a particular skill the right way. You're supposed to ambulate a patient. They'll be checking all the checklists to be sure that you are doing it the right way. And at the end of the day, they pass or fail you depending on your performance. And they get paid for it. Before I did this research, I have not heard of concierge nurse. Okay, these are like the bourgeois of home nurses, are self-employed, and they provide personalized care to their patients on subscription basis, and they can go to the homes of the patient or go to facilities, example the nursing homes or assisted living facilities, to give that personalized care to their patients. Concierge nurse. Number 23, we have the clinical research nurses. These are people who work as intermediaries between researchers and research participants or patient volunteers. So example, if they're having a clinical trial, the nurses will administer these drugs to the patient or the participants, follow up on the participants, ensure they complete their medication or the dosage as and when due, and then they report to the researchers. So these are the clinical research nurses. We have number 24, last but not the least for this part, the travel nurses. These people, they go from state to state, sometimes they even go from country to country. They provide temporary nursing services, usually to fill nursing gaps. Now, in this nursing profession, they have a lot of shortage. All right, so travel nurses can just go from one state to the other. They get paid big money. All right, you know, if you love adventure, you might want to consider travel nursing. So that will be all for part 2. I'm not done. There's more to come, so stay tuned. I'll see you in my next video.